Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of On Deck. I'm Russ Morgan. We're here on FTSN. Hope everybody's having a good night here on this Wednesday on the 11th of June. Flying by already, well over 2 months of the season done for baseball. I was actually looking. For a guy who won the MVP, the AL MVP last year, to have such a great year to now judge, we're on June 11th. He's still batting 396. That's insane. I can't remember the last. I'm gonna look up the last guy. It won't happen. It won't happen. Him hitting 400 this year for the season, but to be batting 396 this far into the season, not having any slump, which last player was Ted. Well, okay. The last major league player to hit 400 in a season, Ted Williams, in 1941 with a 406 average. Holy crap. But, he's not going to hit 400. He's bound to have a slump here and there. But for a guy at June 11th, batting 396, there's no stop. I was even talking to my dad yesterday. I'm like, he could go 2 for 5, and he loses batting average points. It's insane. So what? He was 2 for 5 last night at 398 after his first AB, and now he's 396, which is insane on June 11th. But we got a big week of MLB baseball coming up. The real rivalry week. Yes, the Subway Series is a rivalry. It's big, but it's not. We got this week. We got Red Sox, Yankees in Fenway. We got Dodgers, Giants. I think is that in San Francisco? I still call it Pac Bell. I think it's Oracle. I still call it Pac Bell from the good old days of when Giants had some up. It might be at Dodger Stadium actually. No, it's at Dodger Stadium this week. Oh, you can actually get $50 tickets. But the real rivalry week, I think. I'm with I think the Mets Yankees rivalries a little more for the Mets always. Maybe I think it was big for most Yankee fans this year because of Juan Soto left. I think me being a Yankees fan, and as great as I will always say it, as great as he is, I think it was a good thing he left. The team is better defensively. You add Cody Bellinger, who's been, he's batting 260, and what he brings defensively, it lets you play Grisham and Jason Dominguez, who's starting to flourish a little more, get more regular time. It allows you to get Max Fried. So I think it was, but most Yankee fans, it was big because he left the Yankees. So I can see it being that, but it's not the same. It's not the same as Yankees, Red Sox, or even Giants, Giants, Dodgers, which is very big too. But going off that, we did have a couple Tommy John newses go down in the last couple of weeks. One today, Corbin Burns is out for the year with Tommy John surgery, so that's a big loss. Guy just signed a nice 6-year deal with the Diamondbacks. That's a big loss, big hit for their rotation. I'm wondering with this injury, will they hit become sellers? Because the NL West is loaded. They're 500, 34 and 34. But I wonder if they become sellers. And then we had top overall prospect who was pitching pretty good this year, Jackson Jobe. Has Tommy John surgery too. I'm going to get into a little bit, just get on the quick MLB news. I'm all geared up for Friday. We start the College World Series in Omaha. Some of the best time. We got 8 brand new teams from last year, so no repeat teams. I'm going to get into that. We got a lot of good prospects this year in Omaha, so I'm going to get into that. But we got a couple good MLB games this week. Dodgers Giants will be pretty good. That's in the loss column right now. If you look at the If you look at the standings right now, the Dodgers would a game and a half up, but that's because they played more games. In the loss column, they both have 38. So, I mean, they're up. Giants are tied with the Dodgers for first place, so it's going to be a great series. I mean, obviously the Red Sox are a little down this year, but as I said, and you know, like we saw, it's always tough playing the Red Sox, even if they're not as good as they've been in years past. It's always tough having to go play a division rival, let alone the Red Sox. But we did have, we also had a rash of call ups. Obviously, I forgot to mention Marcelo Mayer got called up with the Red Sox with the Bregman injury. We finally got the Roman Anthony call up with the Willer Abreu going down. He got his first hit yesterday and 2 RBIs. Jack Caglione got called up a couple weeks ago, if I'm saying this name wrong. Caglione, I mean, he's going to have his strikeouts. He's going to have his outs. But, I mean, what I've seen Cags, he's a free swinger. And he's got some pop. He's got some big-time exit velo behind that ball. But he's a free swinger. So you're going to see some strikeouts from him. And then the Brewers called up their top prospect, Jacob Mizorowski. He's been hitting like 102 on the gun. And then on the flip note for our Phillies fans, Jesus Luzardo today fixed his. He was tipping his pitches, got shelled up in his last couple starts. Fixed that issue. Goes out today, gets the W, 10 Ks versus the Cubs. So he looked like he kind of was keeping it out here. He looks like he's starting to put his ball closer to the chest to hide that tip pitch. So he looked like he fixed that issue. For the weekend series, Dodgers versus Giants at Dodger Stadium, obviously, state rivalry. But, obviously goes back to New York with, Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants. We got Logan Webb versus Yamamoto. We got Landon Ruff versus Kershaw and Kyle Harrison versus Dustin May. Yamamoto 6-4, 2.2 ERA. Lost his last 2 decisions. Kershaw 1-0, 4.53 ERA in 20 2/3 innings pitched. And May's 3-4 with 4.46 ERA. Webb's 5-5 with 2.58 ERA. Rope 4-4 with a 3.29. Harrison 1-1 with a 4.56. Giants, like I said, tied in the loss column. Adames has been struggling big time. After a great year last year with the Brewers, got that large contract. He's batting, 194 now. Ramos leads the team in average, 292. Jung-Ho Lee, 274. Chapman, 243, leads the team in home runs. Wilmer Flores with 50 RBIs. The Dodgers just loaded. I mean, with this lineup for the Dodgers, I mean, Ohtani's 292 with 23 home runs. Paganis, who I think that's big for the Dodgers. If he's getting going in center, because we all see what he can do defensively in center. He's batting 285 now. If he's bringing that bat, that just lengthens it out. Betts 270, playing a serviceable shortstop. Freddie Freeman 359. Teoscar Hernandez with a big home run today. Give the Dodgers some insurance. 262, 10 home runs. Will Smith 320. So, I mean, on the Dodgers side, that it's going to be a great series. I mean, Dodgers Giants always is, but expecting some big things from that. On the Red Sox Yankees side, we're going to have the Sunday night rematch will be on Friday. Ryan Yarbrough, Garrett Crochet. You're going to have another rematch with Carlos Rodon versus Dobbins, and then you'll have Fried Bello. Obviously, Red Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees last week in Yankee Stadium, which was not good. But, I was not. Red Sox are always going to put up a fight against the Yankees. But, I mean, it's, Jared Durant, 271. I mean, Devers starting to pick it up, 279, 14 home runs. Christian Campbell starting to slow down. Had that really hot month, and now he's 229 slow down. You lose Abreu, you bring up Roman Anthony, who just struck out today. I mean, on the pitching side, Crochet's looking like a guy in that. Crochet's looking like a Cy Young guy, but the AL with pitching right now with Scooble, with Freed, it's not there. But I mean, 6-4, 2.43 ERA. Bello 2-1, 3.96. It's Hunter Dobbins 3-1, 4.20 ERA on the Yankees side. I mean, 8-4 for Yarbrough, who finally got his first loss the other day as a starter. Yarbrough 3-1, 4.17 ERA. You're going to have Freed, who's 9-1, 1.84 ERA. Rendon 8-4, 2.87 ERA. I mean, on the other side of the Yankees, I mean, you're getting a 260 from Bellinger. I mean, Judge 396, 24 home runs. Where is he in the stats lead? I mean, he's 2 back of the home run lead. Cal Raleigh's got 26. But he's got runs batted, 58 RBIs. I mean, Volpe, if Volpe's giving me a 248 right now, I'm very happy because of what he brings defensively to the table. That's really positive for him. Bellinger, 260, 36 RBIs. Ben Rice, 240. Grisham, 246. Austin Wells had a big game yesterday, 11 home runs. He's 227, but I think he has a lot of swing and miss in his bat. 246, Jason Dominguez. Chisholm, I mean, he's up to 216. He had a slow start after that first week. So, I mean, I think that's going to be a great series. But moving on to Omaha, we're going to have, I mean, I know minus the Southeast, I watch a lot of college. Minus the Southeast, not a lot of people follow college baseball. You really should follow college baseball. We're seeing a lot of prospects from the college ranks that are starting to get looks. Austin Wells is one of them. They never made the World Series when he was there, when he was with the University of Arizona, but he's one of them. I mean, you're seeing Paul Skeens, Dylan Cruz. You're seeing a lot of college ranks, and you're seeing some high school like PCA. But, I mean, we ended up getting and bracket one's Oregon State, Coastal Carolina, Arizona, and Louisville. Louisville took care of Miami in 3. Oregon State took care of Florida State. Arizona took care of UNC in 3. And Coastal Carolina swept Auburn. On the other side of the bracket, which is just absolutely loaded. And I'm looking at this other side of the bracket, and you've got, because not a lot of the top 8 national seeds didn't make it. We've got 3 top 8 national seeds, and we've got 2 top 16 seeds. I mean, you've got number 3 Arkansas, you got number 6 LSU, you got number 15 UCLA, and then you've got Murray State, which has been the Cinderella story this whole time. Going into Murray, first off, Murray State is a phenomenal story. I mean, you don't have really any prospects. You got Will Verling, who spent 2 years at Louisville, but he's not in the top 200. They got nothing. Making their first trip to Omaha, they're just one of the only 4 seeds to make one of 4 seeds to make the regional since 1999 when it expanded to 64. The last one to win it was Fresno State in, I want to say it was 2007. Let me get the Fresno State baseball title. 2007? 2008. So, I mean, but they're going to have a very hard time. I mean, this is a Cinderella story. Great story. Stadium holds 800 people. Their coach makes $63,000 a year. Guy even cuts his own grass. I mean, no coach cuts their own grass. But, I mean, this was a good team. They won the Missouri Valley Conference 44-15 on the year, 17-8. I'm sure they'll probably be the hometown favorite. No team from the area made it. Obviously, no team in Nebraska. They upset Ole Miss to win the regional. They defeat Duke in the Super Regional 6 out of 10 times with 5 losses of those wins. Just the fourth, joining Fresno State. Just the fourth, they joined Fresno State, who won it in 08, Stony Brook, who won it in 2012, and Oral Roberts, who won it in 23. Maybe a player to watch, Jonathan Hogart. He's got some power, leads the team in runs. Going to Coastal Carolina, we'll start off with bracket 1. Coastal Carolina, arguably the hottest team in baseball right now. 23-game win streak that defeated the number 4 team, national seed Auburn in the Super Regionals. Chanticleers won both regular season and the conference tournament in the Sun Belt. Their first trip back to Omaha since 2016 when they won the College World Series. The Chanticleers are one of 2 teams in this year's field that features at least one Nebraska native. So maybe Coastal Carolina becomes a favorite. You know, people jump on the Chanticleer band. Redshirt sophomore pitcher Tatum Bell is from Columbus, Nebraska. 7 2/3 innings. One player to watch from there is Caden Bodine. Team I'm rooting for, I'm an Arizona Wildcats fan. Bear down. Defeated TCU in the Big 12 tournament to get that 2. Probably helped them to get almost got them into that national seed. Didn't have to play number 12 national seed Oregon in the Eugene Regional where they defeated Columbia and Cal Poly twice. Moved on to Chapel Hill, got just shellacked game 1, 18-2 against the number 5 national team, North Carolina. Came back, mounted 2 late game rallies against UNC to advance to Omaha. 19th time in program history. Last time was 2016 when they lost. If any team in the series is equipped to handle adversity, it's Arizona. Obviously, they did it a couple times there. They've got 4 World Series. Set 1976, 1980, 86, and 2012. I actually worked a little bit at Arizona. I worked a couple camps in Tucson, summer camp, and a prospect camp out there as a paid coach because the coach of Arizona at the time, who's got a couple titles, Andy Lopez, who was the coach. I think he won one at Florida. He won one at Pepperdine. That might have been 91 or 92. And he won one. So he's from San Pedro, California. A lot of my high school coaches knew him. And then I also, one of my older brother's good buddy who he played baseball with all through Little League actually played at University of Arizona. His last year was 2011, so just missed out. But, I think Arizona's got a fighting chance to win this side. You got to play Coastal right off the bat. That's going to be a tough one, but it's not as deep. The other side, you got Arkansas, LSU, and UCLA. We'll go into some players to watch on that. Oregon State's there. I guess they're independent now in baseball, which I still think once the Pac-12 comes back, they'll probably be independent again. In my opinion, I think Oregon State's got the best shot to make the final. I think they've got the most diversity. They had the toughest schedule, being independent, having to rack up, go on the road so much. It's the first season, obviously, independent for baseball. Excelled, to leave no doubt about it belonging in the NCAA tournament. 47-14-1. Racking up 47 wins behind a well-balanced attack to earn this year's number 8 national seed, beating number 9 Florida State in the Super Regionals, and had a big comeback, down 4-1 going into the 9th, and ended up winning the extra innings. This team, I really like this team. They play sound, fundamental baseball. I mean, the amount of bunts I saw to move the guy over, suicide squeezes, sacrifice squeezes. I really like this. They play some solid baseball, clean game, fundamental. I really like. I think I'm rooting for Arizona. Obviously, that's my team. I want to see Arizona win it all, but I think Oregon State, because of the bracket they're on, but because of the fundamental baseball and clean game they play, I think they got the best chance to come out, a very good chance to win it all this year. I mean, expect the ever elusive, it's the eighth time in program history they made the College World Series. They have 103 home runs this season, second most in program history. But Charles Schwab Field was a TD Ameritrade ballpark, is large. The ball doesn't fly as much. It took them a long time to see some home runs hit to center field. I mean, I remember seeing Kyle Schwarber when Indiana made the World Series, and he couldn't hit it out of center field. It took a long time. The last team in that bracket who will play Oregon State is Louisville, who was 40-22, 15-15 in the ACC. Most suspect record in the field at first glance, but you dig deeper, it's a solid resume. A lot of MLB talent, younger guys, upperclassmen. I mean, they did beat 2 national seed Texas to open the year. 2 days later, they defeated Arizona 13-1. The Cardinals defeated number 1 national seed Vanderbilt once in each regular season and in the NCAA tournament. Pair that with the regular season and one of the most, I mean, the ACC minus the SEC, the ACC is the second best baseball conference. So, I mean, they've gone through adversity. I mean, and if you've followed it, the ACC had a lot of top national seeds this year. ACC is very hard. They're battle-tested, defeated conference from Miami in the Super Regional to make it to Omaha. The Cardinals still are in search of the first World Series title. On the other side, we're going to have UCLA. Now, if one thing, I think this kind of obviously goes into football, but goes into baseball too. Probably goes into softball. I'll follow softball on the College World Series side, the regionals, super regionals, but not as much during the year. I think this kind of goes in, and for volleyball for this, how bad the Pac-12, excuse my language, fucked everything up. I'm sorry for the language, because we saw the last year of the Pac-12, we had Oregon, Washington dominant. One made the title game. Last year we had Oregon, first year in the Big Ten, make it, be the number 1 overall seed. This year we had former Pac-12 Arizona in the field. We have former Pac-12 Oregon State in the field, and we have former Pac-12 UCLA in the field. Going into how bad they fumbled these TV right deals, seeing how well the Pac-12 is doing, not even speaking of what they do on the basketball side, being the conference of champions, but how bad they messed it up. UCLA won a share of the regular season title, 47-16, defeated UTSA to get to the College World Series. 4th time under John Savage. It's the first time back in Omaha since 2013 when they won it all. We already spoke about Murray State. Arkansas is loaded. I mean, this team's loaded with some MLB talent. While they did fall in the SEC regular season conference titles, Arkansas did enough. The Razorbacks are undefeated this postseason, beating Creighton and number 14 national seed Tennessee in their regional and super regional, littered with MLB talent. And it's probably the favorite just because of that, but they have a very tough road. When you got UCLA, who's 15th national seed, and you've got LSU as the 6th national seed, very tough road. Arkansas littered, 12th appearance in program history. Dave Van Horn, that guy has done a hell of a job since taking over the helm. Arkansas does have the most direct ties to Nebraska in this College World Series. They're led by Dave Van Horn, who's from Nebraska, and their second baseman. Going into obviously, I think this game is Saturday. Watch this. We're going to have some high-profile pitchers, and that's going to go straight into Cade Anderson. I'm going to talk about him in a little bit. But, I mean, LSU, no stranger, and it's aiming to claim its 8th national title after winning number 7 in 2023. Defeated West Virginia in the Super Regionals, so reach Omaha for the 20th time in program history. Their 7 titles, the second most in NCAA history, only behind USC. They got 6 players in the top 200 this MLB draft. The LSU is more than capable of taking game 1 from Arkansas. Serious threat to win it all too. But I mean, their side of the bracket's going to be tough. Begins Friday at 2 Eastern, wherever you are, minus 1, 2, 3 hours. But I mean, we're going to have a lot of on the prospect side. We're going to have a lot of MLB guys. We're going to see a lot of MLB talent on the field, and that will be right off, kicking off the guy who's rated the top pitcher in college baseball, and probably the top pitcher in all baseball. That's Cade Anderson. He's 6'2", left-handed pitcher from LSU. He had a massive year, vaulting himself in the top 5 conversation, and could be the first pitcher off the board. At the beginning of the year, was thought to be a late first-round pick. This year is 10-1 with 3.58 ERA. Is that horse of the staff? Is an eligible sophomore. He did have Tommy John his senior year of high school, so he was eased back into action, but was wildly consistent last year out of the bullpen. He leads the NCAA in strikeouts, 149 and 89 innings pitched. Fastball sits 92 to 94, uptick to 97. Fastball plays much better than its velocity. Has an uppers 80s downward curve. And then as a freshman, he did switch to a mid-80, and now he's got a mid-80 slider. Also employs a changeup, has quick athletic arm action, athletic delivery. Still a lot of projection in this frame. I see him adding 10 to 15 pounds. He's only 180 right now. So I see there's a lot of projection there with his floor, adding 10 to 15 pounds of muscle with the guy being a little slender frame. I think there's some upside too with that 3-pitch mix, and he might be able to develop, for my opinion, 1 off the board. Going to Oregon State, I really like this guy. I watched him against Florida State. His approach at the plate was phenomenal when he needed to get on base. Is Avi Aki, I think is how you say, 21, 6'5" shortstop from Oregon State. He is seen as the best college baseball player in the Pacific Northwest, and one of the best, if not the best, college hitters in the country. He's got raw power. I like his approach at the plate, as seen in the 10th inning when he got that double against Florida State. Barreled one up right down the line. Did get past the right fielder, but I don't know if he was going to get it anyway. I mean, he's got a very good bat speed and a fluid swing. I could see 20 to 25 home runs in the big leagues. And I think with this size, too, he has position flexibility. You could throw him at second base. He's done that in the Cape Cod League. He did that when he was in Washington. You could throw him at third with that 6'5" side because, as if you know baseball, shortstop is the longest throw in the field. It's not third base, it's shortstop. So he should be good, be able to have position flexibility. I think he'll be the first college shortstop off the board. We got a high school guy who could come off the board. Actually, from Corona High School in Corona, California, and there could be a chance. Corona High School could have 2. Seth Hernandez, right-handed pitcher. Billy Carlson, Shortstop from Corona. When I scouted, I met him once or twice, but not a couple times, but not a lot. I think the coach there is Andy Wise. I think he's a Long Beach State alum too. So, uh, but he does a really phenomenal job with that Corona High School, and I mean they could have two high draft picks, two first round draft picks, high first round draft picks. Going to Arizona, Brendan Summerhill, outfielder from U of A, 6'3". Arizona has had a hitter taken in first round 3 of the last 5 drafts, batted .358 on the year, considered to be many of the best players in the 4 corners. Strong, athletic left-handed hitter with chance to be dynamic at both sides of the plate, showing very good approach at the plate, can play all 3 spots in the outfield, better suited for center field. I think he'll be a high pick too. Could be the first or second outfielder off the board in the college ranks. Maybe Jace Lavalette, who had a very down year at Texas A&M, but he had a very big freshman and sophomore year at Texas A&M. Probably will be the first outfielder off the board just because of those big years. But he could be right up there. It'll be that'll be the first game, 2 p.m. on a Friday against Oregon State. So that'll be a good one to see what he can do. Next one is from Arkansas. I don't know how to say his first name. Last name Aloy. Short start from Arkansas, batted .348, 20 home runs, 60 RBIs, and improved immensely defensively this year. Was named SEC Player of the Year. His power is notably legitimate for a middle infielder. Has raw power too. That plays to all field. Bat speed and strength. Impressive bat speed and exit velo. Has smooth action with hands. Smooth action and reliable hands and a strong arm. And has the ability to stay at third. Could fit second or third. From Louisville, you got Patrick Forbes. Strong outing against Miami. Explosive carry on the fastball. High spin. Averaging 94. Can peak at 100. Also has a power slider, 80s cutter. There's a lot of upside there, raw potential. Could fit in the top half of the rotation. For Coastal Carolina, you got catcher Caden Boney. Quickly established himself at Coastal Carolina as freshman year, batting .367. Switch hitter, good for both sides of the place. One of the best contact hitters in college in the draft. Tremendous feel for the barrel. Does a great job controlling the strike zone. Arkansas left-handed pitcher Zach Root was 8-5 on the year. Employs a fastball and only a third of the time, reaching 97 with sink that creates ground balls. His most effective pitch is his changeup, 83 to 85 with fade, low 80s curveball. Safe bet for Root would probably be a number 4 starter. You got Gage Wood from Arkansas. We're on a little Arkansas run right now. Only made 9 appearances this year, but I mean, had shoulder issues in high school, so that could make his transition a little harder for first and second Yankees. Volpe up, no outs. Okay, I got the fielder's choice, got the runner in. Okay, yeah. RBI, I mean, not RBI, I mean, fielder's choice. Yeah, I mean, with the injury, could make it a little more, you'll be a little more easy with him. Charles Dalvin from Arkansas, too. He's 5'9", so a little smaller, but batted .355, 59 RBIs, 14 home runs. Has a sweet left-handed stroke, quality approach, and rarely chases, which you like to see. Which you like to see. Good plate, good feel for the strike zone, gap to gap approach. Surprisingly, a lot of pop for a guy's stature. Solid to plus speed and plays with a lot of energy. Does have average arm strength, but it can enhance his value because he did play middle infield and center field. Did play some middle infield at Florida Gulf Coast before he transferred, and in the Cape Cod League. Just 1 second. Anthony. You got Anthony Anenson served. And then son. I don't know, Anthony son from LSU. He's a 6'2" right-handed pitcher from LSU, transferred from UC San Diego. Showed 93 to 97 fastball, good slider, low 80s changeup, good athletic, decent control. His ceiling, number 3 starter, if he can improve his fastball shape, but it could also wind up as a reliever who relies heavily on his breaking pitches. Daniel Dickerson is also another name to watch from LSU. A lot of LSU, a lot of Arkansas. That's going to be second baseman from there. 21, 6-foot outfield, second baseman. Primary position at Utah and the Cape was second base, where he's also saw action at third, short, and left field. Galvin Turley from Oregon State's another name to watch. Outfielder from Oregon State, 6'1", very good prospect out of Hamilton High, Arizona. Was taken in the 19th round in 2022 by the Diamondbacks. They're saying above average speed. Thought he had used that. Athleticism does help him in the outfield, where he easily has a plus arm, which is also an asset. He didn't have a great fall, but his tools have shown up more this spring, which might help his draft stock. And then just last, I could go on for days on this, would be Jared Jones from LSU. Guy's got immense pop. Was ranked one of the best power hitters in 2022 prep class. He went undrafted as a Georgia high schooler. 6'4". Jones has plenty of strength, leverage, right-hand stroke, generating top of the scale, raw power, and exit velo. He's doing a better job understanding that he can hit the ball all around the ballpark, foul pole to foul pole, without selling out for home runs. He's reduced his strikeout for a second straight year. He's making more consistent contact. While he does feature immense arm strength, he is a limited defender, lack of range at first base, may end up wanting to be a DH. And he has seen sporadic action at third as a junior, but probably not a viable option for him. I did go into trying to look for some prospects from UCLA. UCLA doesn't have any top 200 prospects. Their top prospect is Rauch Cholowski, I think is how you say his name. Very solid club. Not as loaded as LSU's Arkansas. The other guy would be Roman Martin from Servite. Murray State, nothing really either. Nothing on that front. But watch the College World Series. There is a lot of MLB talent we're seeing now. There's going to be a lot of guys in the draft in July. There's going to be a lot of players, too, that we're going to see. Start watching college baseball. It's great, but we're seeing a lot of these guys go to the next level and make an impact on the next level. But, it's going to be a great week of baseball. College World Series starting Friday. Dodgers Yankees again in Fenway. Dodgers Giants this week is going to be a great weekend of baseball on that front. So I mean, hope everybody just watched a lot of baseball because I'll be watching a lot of baseball this week. Also have Father's Day, so all the fathers out there, early happy Father's Day on that front. Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Please remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Always, if you're not subscribed to FTSN on YouTube and Twitter, subscribe to FTSN Extra. Same, YouTube or Twitter. This is On Deck. I'm Russ Morgan. We're on FTSN. You have a great night.